Defense Matrix, there is no way you're getting that off. 50% now, and this is really going to be their first fight. However, Friday already getting taken out, and that's a big EMP.
Yep, fighting for right here, and it's going to be a cleanup, and this is going to allow the Hunters to make their way over to the point right now, cleaning things up. Jinmu also just tacking on so much of that pressure. They're really going to have to focus down on Jinmu, who's been an absolute threat from the very beginning. Gaga's going to clean things up, and I'm going to be looking at Flora to be able to take care of Jinmu in that regards, but to a lot of those ultimates, they didn't have to burn too much other than that sound barrier. That was big anti right there. Yapon, he's down, and so is the Rocket Barrage to follow through with that huge anti that we just saw coming in from the Hunters. Wow, what a way to retake this point. It's going to be a cleanup right here, Jaws, and Hunters, despite it going back and forth, New York, they're looking fantastic on trying to contest them, but Jinmu, what a great follow-up from Monk. To the side, deals a lot of that damage, although also does get out in time, does have that Diva mech to reset real quick, utilizing the ultimate. He's stuck around the wall. Wow, what a wall! Actually helped out Flo right there, but Jonak unfortunately isn't as lucky right here, and the number advantage going in favor of Hunters. Elsa, Gaga, absolutely unstoppable forces, not only creating some of that space for the minefield, but they clear out all of New York. Does find Yakpung off to the side. Not only did they hack him, but he also gets put to sleep immediately. Jonak's out of the fight, and Friday's gonna fall down with him. That means no sustainability left for New York, and Hunters pushing this over to overtime. They're staking onto the point, and they do manage to secure that of where the EMP would hit, so that way Friday could protect the rest of NYXL with that sound barrier.
Wow, Leave ends up going down to Yakpung of all people. I mean, Flora's still on the point as well. I don't think it matters really if Feather and Flora end up dying here out of hell. However, I say that, a Nano Fara right on top of your head gives him an old punch, knocks him completely out. And yeah, Jonak falls as well. However, like, it doesn't really matter at this point, especially if you're the NYXL. You have 85%. That's one and a bit fights if you manage to recap, of course. Leave want to do against these kind of comps, which he just does. Flora gets hacked. There's the EMP, 6 people. And yeah, Monk, Gaga, they're going to be able to clean up the rest.
You're not allowed to have fun out here. Flora, that was the second time that Flora had gotten EMP'd in the middle of using that Deadeye. And oh yeah, George managing to prioritize Jinmu, but he's unstoppable. He does manage to not only demech Bianca, but clean up Bianca too. Leave is gonna follow up, and Jinmu is unstoppable, looking exactly as strong as he was within last weekend. It's a team wipe. At least NYXL, they're coming in with some ultimates of their own after.
It is right there. Elsa's been naded too, so they can chase him down. Problem is with Flora right now, okay, at least they catch Monk. That should hopefully make them back off. Jinmu ends up going down as Nisha was resurrecting Monk, so again, they're going to have to play a little bit more safe. That Bob's going to help stem the bleeding just a little bit, but Flora's not being pocketed. He gets taken out by Gaga.
And that was the biggest threat too for Jinmu, and you know, being able to pinpoint Flora. Gaga is now back sent to the spawn, and I love the way that NYXL just played this right here, actually playing around the gets anti though, and he takes on a lot of that damage. He falls through before actually utilizing the nano boost. Now Yakpung though is going to be able to extend some of that aggression, and the rest of NYXL, they're burning through some of these ultimates right here, nearly all of them right now, Jaws, and they are going to be able to clean the point around Hunters, but I like the way that Hunters actually waited, especially since now this is a duplicate right here. I mean, Jaws, the Hunters, they're feeling themselves, but can they clear up the point in time before the rest of NYXL manage to regroup and find those picks? They've already lost Gaga right now, but the number advantage still goes in favor to the Hunters. Despite just losing Gaga, Elsa taking a lot of that damage, does have that grab, and now the duplicate to go in. Right here, you see Ivy taking a lot of that damage, but with that grab that he was able to build up twice, that point goes in favor of Hunters with that 2-minute and 48-second time bank.
Back to the corner, gets anti-naded. At least they trade Monk though. Now it's actually a fantastic trade, just taking down one of the healers, but Gaga comes in once more to clean house. One small play there that I want to mention from Gaga is he just absolutely domes the NYXL. His
like
mind, he used it super defensively. Like, he waited for the NYXL to jump in, use the mine so no one could follow up with that nano boost onto Yakpung, and they just couldn't do anything. There's now a minute remaining for the NYXL to gain a little bit of point presence. They've got no percentage, no ticks on the board, and now they are running into mines again, Nano again, Valkyrie, and the Supercharger. And they've only really got a self-destruct. Flora gonna have to build up this pulse bomb and stick Monk, otherwise it could be all over.
Now we're talking about the Hunters not being as much of a threat without those ultimates. Now we're dealing with the Hunters with a plethora of ultimates to work with. They are going to try to be patient, waiting for that jump to finish, not going all in. Jonak getting that nano boost, coming alive. Yakpeng does have that primal to reset. Flora needs to get a big pulse bomb, at least on the back line, to continuously pressure on the Hunters. They do find Jimmy, which is going to be a big deal, especially with the amount of pressure that we've been seeing coming in from Jimmy on that high ground. Although it's not enough, Jonak is gone, and Friday, that just leaves Friday for the sustainability before falling through the spawn. You currently have Leaf having that duplicate to go in for a quick reset and cleaning up around the NY Excel. They didn't even have a chance of even taking a single tick here, Jaws. And the NY Excel, they're finding themselves meeting back into that spawn room before trickling in and delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, they're finished now. This is all but over. Nice little kill from Bianca there, but there's not really much point in you fighting any longer. Jimmy does end up going down. In fact, Flora does get Nisha also, but OT is ticking down immensely quickly. Can they actually turn this around? Maybe so.
Oh, they're still trying to trickle back in. I mean, going to sleep and getting cleaned up. Yeah, no, Yakpeng immediately just got deleted right there. I love the follow-up too. I mean, at the same time, Chengdu Hunters, they do take the first series that we're going to be casting today